Hey everyone, my name is Amanda and I'm the Fun Size Reader, and today I want to talk to you about a book that is perfect for the upcoming spooky season, or really any time, The Kingdom of the Wicked. Okay, so this book actually, I believe, came out last year and it's been sitting on my shelf. I actually bought it the day it came out. For some reason, I am a massive mood reader and I just wasn't feeling reading it right then and there. So I waited and I started reading it now because the second one is coming out soon. So The Kingdom of the Wicked is by Kerri Maniscalco, and I loved her first series, Stalking Jack the Ripper, except for one of the books, which I'll just leave that for a later video. We'll talk about that in another time. Anyways, The Kingdom of the Wicked, I really liked it as I was reading it. I think overall I'm invested in the story and I really want to know where it goes. But there are some things about it that just didn't sit well with me. So The Kingdom of the Wicked is about this girl named Emilia and her twin sister named Vittoria, and they live in Sicily, which is the island that's off of the boot of Italy. I know that because that's actually where my ancestors are from, so I kind of felt connected to this book on a different, more personal level. So it's about this girl named Emilia, and she and her family descend from witches. So they are practicing witches, and they deem themselves to be good witches that practice good magic, not witches that practice dark magic. And their Nana actually wards them against practicing any dark magic. There's all kinds of warnings that she's told them their entire lives, and she gave them these Italian horns. It's called a different, very Italian word in the book, but I know them as the Italian horn, for protection, and told them that they are to never take them off. So their Nonna has told them that they can't take these horns off for protection, and that they can't practice any dark magic, and never, never, never summon a demon. The witches that are on the earth are meant to protect from the darkness and the demons that control the different circles of hell, the 7 circles of hell. The story kind of starts off with Vittoria, Emilia's twin sister, dying. She finds her dead. She finds a demon standing over her body and basically decides that she is going to figure out who murdered her sister and why they did it. So she ends up summoning a demon and is binding this demon to her for help in solving her sister's murder. That demon that comes out of the 7 circles of hell ends up being one of the 7 princes, and he calls himself Wrath. So this book is real dark. It's real dark. I am not typically a super dark reader, but I kind of should have gotten that from the cover. I mean, it's pretty blatant that this book is going to be dark. So I'm not a super dark reader, but I did really like this book. I thought overall the storyline was really unique. It was something that just kind of kept me interested, but I did find that there were little pieces of the book that kind of drug on a little bit. I think in the beginning it kind of it was taking a little while to set the story up, so I wish it would have gone a little faster. I also think that there were a lot of authentic things that Kerri put into the book, a lot of cooking elements, if that's the right way. Emilia, one of the things that she did was she made sauces, and so in her family's restaurant. And so I feel like there was a lot of discussion of ingredients and sauces and things like that didn't really pertain to the plot. Unless maybe that comes in a later book. I have no idea. That could become big part of the story, but at least for this book, I didn't feel like it super fit for as much time and space that took up. So that was a little, didn't really love that. But overall, I think the ending was really I don't want to say satisfying because it leaves you wanting to read the second book. You got to know what happens. I didn't really predict things. I didn't really know what was going to happen. It was kind of cool that she not only entwined, the witchy aspect and the seven levels of hell aspect from Dante's Inferno, but also kind of woven, you know, vampires and werewolves and all these different magical creatures into this world. I think that aspect needs a little bit more world building because they just kind of were thrown in places. But overall, I think it's fun. It's enjoyable. I do really want to read the second one. I think it's coming out soon because I kind of need to know what happens. And I think there's a third one projected so far, so I'm not 100% sure. I do think though that I wasn't really like feeling the love story that I felt in her other series in Stalking Jack the Ripper, because that's probably one of my favorite love stories in YA books. Like I love it. I love it so much. I wasn't really feeling that same oomph. I wasn't getting the same feels in this one with Emilia and Wrath as I was in her other series. I'm hoping that improves because I do think it has a lot of potential to be really amazing, and I really want it to be really amazing. We'll see. I'm invested. I gotta know. If you need me, I will be sitting here waiting for book 2 to come out. In the meantime, you can chat with me on Instagram at The Fun Size Reader, on Facebook at The Fun Size Reader, and on Twitter at Fun Size Reader. See you next time.